Mais bienvenue à toutes, bienvenue à tous sur les tutos de Wito, cette chaîne qui vous remet à l'anglais. Je suis là pour ça, je vais vous aider aujourd'hui, une fois n'est pas coutume, à améliorer votre anglais en vous apprenant un max d'expressions. Alors aujourd'hui ça va être une vidéo marathon parce que j'ai décidé de vous donner 100 expressions, 100 peut-être même plus, qui utilisent les prépositions très connues in, on, at et by. Oui, ces prépositions, vous les connaissez forcément toutes, mais elles ont chacune plein d'expressions différentes et je voulais vous les partager aujourd'hui en vous donnant des explications et des exemples. Petit bonus, et grand bonus je dirais même, dans la description en dessous. Il y a un lien, il y a même 2 liens, vous pouvez cliquer dessus et vous allez obtenir le script complet gratuitement de toute cette vidéo avec toutes les explications, les exemples, tout bien préparé pour vous. Et un deuxième lien avec des exercices interactifs gratuits aussi que je vous ai préparés pour que vous puissiez vous entraîner à mémoriser ces expressions, à jouer avec pour rendre votre anglais encore plus authentique et plus efficace. Allez, c'est parti, let's go! Okay, number 1, at high speed. At high speed means very fast, moving very fast. The train was moving at high speed. At one's side, at someone's side, meaning being next to someone, being physically or metaphorically present. She remained at her mother's side in the hospital. Number 3, at a fraction of. At a fraction of. Which means for a much lower price. So costing much less than usual. I bought this car at a fraction of its original price. Petite pause dans la vidéo si jamais vous galérez avec le fait que je vous parle en anglais. Eh bien, c'est le moment de cliquer sur le lien dans la description parce que dans le script, il va y avoir également la traduction de toutes ces phrases. Donc, si vous n'avez pas envie d'aller chercher la traduction de toutes ces phrases ou si vous ne les comprenez pas tous, cliquez sur le lien et vous pourrez bénéficier du script avec toutes les traductions. Ce sera peut-être plus facile pour vous de suivre. Number 4, at the outset, meaning at the beginning of something, at the very start of something. At the outset of the project, we faced many challenges. At the end means finally, eventually, or at the conclusion. We will discuss this issue at the end of our meeting. Number 6, at sight, which means immediately upon seeing. In other words, without hesitation, like straight away. The soldier was ordered to shoot at sight. Next one, at one sight, meaning in the past, something we did in the past that was true before. At one time, I lived in Belfast. At one time, meaning I used to live in Belfast, but now I don't live there anymore. At one time. At a discount, meaning at a reduced price. So, cheaper than usual. I bought these shoes at a discount. At a distance, meaning far away. Far away. We watched the fireworks at a distance. At a glance, at a glance. At a glance means immediately, on the spot. When you say, I understood this at a glance. I understood it straight away. I understood it immediately. At a guess. At a guess. Which means probably, roughly, without being absolutely certain. So you could say at a guess, I'd say he's about 40 years old. At a guess. I'm not sure. I'm just guessing. At a loose end. at a loose end, meaning having nothing to do, like being idle, being bored. I was at a loose end, so I decided to go for a walk. At a loss. At a loss means being confused and unsure, not knowing what to do. She was at a loss for words after hearing the news. She was at a loss for words. She didn't know what to say. Next one, ooh, it's an advanced one. At a low ebb. At a low ebb, which means in very poor condition, in decline, in a bad condition. You could say his energy was at a low ebb after the race. At a price is an interesting one because it means two things. It could mean like something costly, something expensive, or it can mean something with difficulty, something hard. So if you say you can get good quality at a cost, it means that if you pay the price, you will get something valuable. At a rate of. At a rate of means per unit of time. So it's kind of the speed or the frequency of something. If you say that the company, say your uncle's company is growing, which is good, it's growing at a rate of 10% per year, which means that it's growing steadily, okay? At a rate of. At a standstill. At a standstill means not moving at all. When it's completely still, stopped. So you could say, imagine there's an accident on the highway, and you could say traffic was at a standstill due to the accident. At a speed of. At a speed of. It's kind of similar to at the rate of. So it's moving, something moving at a specific velocity. The car was traveling at the speed of 120 kilometers per hour. Okay, so it means that the car was moving pretty fast at a specific speed. At all costs. At all costs with an S. At all costs means no matter what. So, like doing something without considering the consequences. If you say we must finish this project at all costs, it means that we need to do it by all means. All right? No matter what happens, we need to finish it. At all events means in any case. You can also say at all events. It's a similar meaning. If you say at all events, in any case, no matter what. If you say at all events, we need to be prepared for the worst. It means that no matter what happens, we need to be ready, right? At issue. At issue means under discussion. Something that is in question. So you could say the main point at issue right now is the French budget, for example. So the French budget is being discussed. It's at issue. Next one, at least. At least means minimum, no less than. So if you say you should at least get 8 hours of sleep every night, it means that you shouldn't get less than 8 hours. At least. At large. At large. At large means someone like a prisoner who's not been captured. So imagine like someone who escaped from prison and who is considered at large. He hasn't been caught by the police. Well, not yet, anyway. The escaped prisoner is still at large. At most. At most means not more than. So it's a maximum amount. It's not a minimum, like at least. It's a maximum amount. at most. There were at most 50 people at the party. At most. So not more than 50 people. At night, during nighttime, I prefer driving at night because the roads are empty. At followed by the time, at noon, at 3 o'clock, at 4 o'clock, okay? We are having a meeting at noon. At noon. And finally, at a request, at someone's request. It means that someone asked for it, so we did that upon someone's demand. So for example, the document was changed at the client's request. So it means that the clients requested that the documents be changed. All right? Good. Bon, j'espère que ça va pour l'instant. Est-ce que ce serait pas le moment de mettre un petit pouce à cette vidéo si jamais vous avez découvert au moins une expression? Que ce serait bien apprécié. Alors allez-y, activez le petit pouce. On y va, on continue. On enchaîne avec la préposition in. In time. In time means not late. Before the deadline. For example, I arrived in time for the meeting, meaning I was not late. Number 2, in demand. In demand, meaning popular, wanted by many people. This product is highly in demand these days. In focus. To be in focus means to be clear, to be sharp. When I shoot my videos, I make sure that I am in focus, that my face is in focus. Is it in focus? Yeah, should be. In doubt. In doubt means uncertain or hesitant. If in doubt, call your doctor. Number 5, in answer to means as a reply to. She spoke in answer to this question. So, she spoke to answer this question. In pain. When you're in pain, you are physically suffering or psychologically suffering. She was in pain after the car accident. Next one, in danger. In danger means at risk. Some animals are in danger of extinction, unfortunately. In debt. When you're in debt, you owe money to someone. He's in debt after buying his new house. In decline. In decline means decreasing or losing strength. His health is in decline. In defense of. In defense of means to protect, to justify something. The lawyer spoke in defense of his clients. In disgrace means dishonored, having lost respect. He left the company in disgrace after the scandal. In disguise means hidden, like dressed in order not to be recognized. The spy was in disguise at the party. In fact, in fact means, well, actually, in reality. It seems difficult, but in fact, it's quite easy. In fairness to means to be fair, to be just to someone. In fairness to him, he tried his best. In favor of. When you're in favor of something, you are supporting something. Most people are in favor of reducing pollution. In fear of. Where you are in fear of something, you are afraid of something happening. Some people live in fear of losing their jobs. In flames. In flames mean on fire, burning. The house was in flames when the firefighters arrived. Next one I really like, in the meantime. In the meantime. It means before the time something happens. It means meanwhile. The doctor will be here soon. In the meantime, try to relax. In tears means crying. After his girlfriend broke up with him, he ran home in tears. Poor guy. In future. In future means from now on. From now on. In future, please arrive on time. In future, if your boss says, in future, Stephen, please arrive on time, it means from now on, you arrive on time. In gear. In gear means something functioning, something that's working properly, ready to work. Our team is finally in gear for the upcoming event. Next one, in general. In general means generally speaking, on the whole, globally. In general, I love spicy food. In good condition means well maintained, working properly. My car is old, but it's still in very good condition. In good faith means with honest intentions. She acted in good faith when making this decision. In hand means under control. When you say the situation is in hand, it means that things are in control. In haste. In haste means quickly, without thinking too much. He left in haste, so he forgot his keys. In hiding means invisible, concealed. The criminal has been in hiding for years. All right, let's wrap things up with a phrase that I particularly enjoy, and it's in high spirits. In high spirits means in a good mood. Say, for example, after the good news, I was in very high spirits. Eh bien, on arrive déjà à la moitié. J'espère que tout va bien. Bon, prenez votre temps parce qu'il y a quand même beaucoup d'expressions nouvelles. Donc, prenez des notes peut-être. Lisez-les à voix haute. Faites des pauses dans la vidéo. Revenez en arrière. Enfin voilà, faites tout ce travail-là. Ne prenez pas forcément ces 100 expressions d'un coup. Ça va prendre du temps à digérer tout ça. On va enchaîner directement avec maintenant la préposition on. Number 1, on watch. On watch means to be on duty, and probably, especially like monitoring something. The security guard is on watch all night. On the road. On the road means traveling. The band is on the road for their new tour. Next one is more complicated. On oath. Pronunciation, on oath. To be on oath means to have sworn to tell the truth. Very often in front of a judge in a courthouse, he gave his statement on oath during the trial, or under oath. Both are correct. On oath, under oath. Next one, on purpose. On purpose means intentionally. You did that on purpose, you cheeky little devil. You did that on purpose. On balance now. On balance means after you've considered everything. If you say on balance, the decision was fair, it means that you have considered everything involved, okay? And you made your decision. To be on a diet. To be on a diet means to follow a diet, to make sure you eat healthy. Probably because you want to be fitter and maybe you want to lose some weight. So you could say he has been on a diet for the last 6 months. On a journey. On a journey means traveling. They're on a journey across Europe. It's similar to on a trip. When you're on a trip, you are traveling, but maybe for a shorter period of time, like traveling for a short time. Like if you say we went on a trip to the mountains, maybe for a week or 2, but not more. On a large scale. On a large scale means widely, extensively. The company operates on a large scale. It means that They sell their products internationally. And on a small scale means limited, like with a very modest size. You could start a business on a very small scale. On a regular basis. On a regular basis means regularly, frequently, repeatedly. We meet on a regular basis. Next one, en esprit. En esprit means doing something excessively. He went on a shopping spree. Means that he bought lots of things on a very short period. On account of means because of. The match was postponed on account of the rain. On an expedition, on an organized journey. You could say the scientists are on an expedition to Antarctica. On bail now, ooh, that's a good one. On bail means that it's been released temporarily from prison or from custody. If you say the suspect was released on bail. On good terms now, on good terms means having a friendly relationship. If you say, I'm on good terms with my neighbors, it means that we get along really well. On leave, and especially on maternity leave or paternity leave, it means to be absent from work with permission. We need to find a replacement for Jane when she goes on maternity leave. On order, when something is on order, it means that it's been requested, but it's not yet been delivered. The books are on order and they will probably arrive soon. On average means typically or generally. On average, people sleep, 7 hours a night or 6 hours a night, 8 hours a night. I have no idea. But it's an average, okay? To be on time means to be there at the agreed time. So not being late. So you could say she got to her job interview on time. On display, on show, both are correct. When something is on display or on show, it's shown on a public place for everyone to see. The painting is on display at the museum, or the painting is on show at the museum. On behalf of means representing someone. If you say, I'm speaking on behalf of my colleagues, it means that you are representing your colleagues and they are not talking and you are speaking for them. On board means inside a vehicle, like on board a train or on board a plane or a bus. The passengers are on board the flight. On business means traveling for work. So he's in London on business. Now, on foot. If you're on foot, it means that you are walking. I'd say the best way to explore a city, a big city, is on foot. On strike. Now, on strike means protesting by refusing to work. So usually the workers are on strike for better wages. And finally, on suspicion of, meaning suspected of something. So he was arrested on suspicion of fraud because the police thought that he had done something wrong. Eh ben, j'espère que ça va. Est-ce que ce marathon se passe bien? On va terminer avec la préposition by. Il y a encore beaucoup d'expressions à voir, mais on touche au but de cette vidéo. Si vous êtes encore là, vous êtes des champions. Let's go! By chance. By chance means accidentally, without planning. We met by chance in Paris. Or by any chance. By any chance. Do you know him? By any chance. By luck. By luck means due to luck, with very fortunate circumstances. He won the lottery by luck. By accident. By accident means by mistake. So not intentionally. I broke the glass by mistake. I broke the glass by accident. Next one, by sea, by air, by land. The goods were transported by sea or by air or by land. By all accounts means according to everyone. By all accounts, he is a great teacher. Meaning everyone agrees that he is a very good teacher. By all means. By all means means definitely, of course. By all means, help yourself to some coffee. By any standard means compared to any criteria. His performances were outstanding by any standard. Now, by appointment means only with a scheduled meeting. The doctor sees patients by appointment. And by appointment only. You can't just show up and say, hey, doctor, I need to see you. No, you need to get an appointment. By and large now, by and large means in general, generally speaking. By and large, I enjoyed my school time. By check or by credit card, it means that it's the way you pay. Can I pay by credit card? Next one, by coincidence, means completely unexpectedly or by chance. We met by coincidence in the same city. By definition means as it is defined. Stupid example, a circle is by definition round. By now means before this moment. I'm a little worried. She should be home by now. She hasn't arrived. By design means intentionally, on purpose. The error was introduced by design, so someone meant to do it. By law is legally required. Wearing your seatbelts is required by law. Next one, by means of. By means of means using, like through something, thanks to something. The Channel Tunnel between France and England was built by means of very advanced technologies. By mistake means accidentally. I took the wrong bag by mistake. Next one, by nature. By nature means naturally, inherently. If you say, she is kind by nature, it means that deep inside she's kind, she has always been kind, and she probably will always be. Next, by heart. By heart means, exactly like in French, it means totally memorized, completely memorized. I still remember a poem that I learned by heart when I was in 7th grade. Bon, on a terminé. Le nombre d'expressions qu'on a vues. Alors, je vous laisse les compter parce que moi j'ai perdu. I lost track. J'ai perdu le décompte. On doit être aux alentours de 100. Je sais pas, j'avais envie d'un compte rond aujourd'hui. J'avais envie de vous partager un max d'expressions et puis pas que des expressions forcément très connues. Essayer d'aller un petit peu plus loin pour les gens qui sont un peu plus avancés. Voilà, c'était un plaisir de vous accueillir sur ma chaîne aujourd'hui. Si c'est la première fois que vous venez, abonnez-vous et n'oubliez pas que vous pouvez aller vous entraîner et récupérer tous les scripts et les exercices dans le lien qui sont dans la description. Merci beaucoup à toutes et à tous. On se retrouve dans une prochaine vidéo très bientôt. Portez-vous bien. Bye bye. See you later. Cheers. Woohoo.